Hey Facebook, hi you guys. So I'm going to give everybody a few minutes um, to come on in the room. Happy Friday to everyone. Hey, happy Friday to everyone. I don't know what's going on where you live, but I live in Virginia Beach and we're getting a little bit of snow. That's rare for us, so I'm excited. My kids are super excited. But thank you everybody for joining me. I'm going to get started in just a couple of seconds. I'm going to let everybody have a chance to come on in. I hope that you all are doing well. And I really appreciate you all joining me on your Friday evening. We're going to talk about people pleasing tonight and why you should stop people pleasing. And I am telling you, I am a reformed people pleaser. So this is going to be a good conversation. For those of you all who don't know me, I am Jennifer J. Dove. I am also known as the authority on authenticity. I am the author of Ready for More, A Woman's Guide to Becoming Fearlessly Authentic. I am also an authenticity coach. And so, what I do is I teach high achieving women how to clarify and how to execute their passions and how to showcase their power. And I give them the confidence and the tools that they need so they can design their own life. And so, one of the things that we do when I work with my clients is we talk about authenticity. Authenticity is so important to living the life that you really want to live. And so tonight we're going to talk about 3 reasons you should stop people pleasing. So people pleasing is an authenticity killer, and I know this because in my corporate career, I've had a lot of professional jobs, and I was able to rise to the top quickly. I was able to get promoted quickly. And the women that I serve, they are high achieving women. And so they know what that is. And I will tell you that I used people pleasing to get to that point. So you might be saying, well, if you use people pleasing to advance and get ahead, why is it something that we should stop doing? You should stop doing it because it is draining. It allows you to focus outward. People pleasing allows you to focus outward. And when I teach my clients, we talk about focusing inward. Because when you focus outward, you are concerned about what other people think, if they're judging you, if they're criticizing you, and if they like you. So then you make decisions in your life based on what other people think. But we want to look inward. We want to know, you want to know about yourself, what you love, what you like, what you need, what you want, so you can make decisions authentically based on who you are. So, we're going to talk about today 3 reasons why you should stop people pleasing, and I'm going to tell you what you should do in place of people pleasing. So, let's talk about what people pleasing is. So, people pleasing is someone who is overly concerned with making sure other people, their needs are met. They have what they want. And they use that to maintain, obtain, and to grow their relationships. So they create these one sided relationships based off of people pleasing. So I'm going to tell you, people think that people pleasing is unselfish behavior, that is just being kind and all of those things. But people pleasing can be detrimental to you, especially over a long period of time. So, the number one reason that you should stop people pleasing is because people pleasing is a form of manipulation. Now, I know that that might be shocking to some people to hear that, but it is. Now, it doesn't have to be malicious, but it is a form of manipulation because people pleasers know who to pick, who to choose, what people will like someone that will do whatever they want, that'll do whatever they says. Because everyone is not like that. Everyone doesn't enjoy having people around them that do what they say and try to please them all the time. So people pleasers pick those people to have relationships with that they know they can manipulate into liking them, right? And to having what they consider a good relationship with, right? They It is a form of manipulation. And I'm saying that because one of the reasons that I was able to advance and get VP positions and get positions where I was the top person, because I did what other people wanted, right? But what happened was I wasn't happy. I got those positions. I wasn't fulfilled. I wasn't happy. I was doing what people on the outside thought I should be doing, right? They thought I was smart. They thought that I was super professional, and they thought I should be in those positions. And so to have my status and my place in the world, then I did those things, but I wasn't happy. And so another thing about people pleasing, I'm talking about the workplace right now, but people who are people pleasers, they can be people pleasers anywhere. They can be people pleasers in their job to get ahead or to be liked. They could be people pleasers at home. I was people pleasing at work. I was people pleasing at home. So with your significant other, you can be a people pleaser, right? So you can do the things that you know your significant other likes or needs, even if you don't want to, right? Because you might want to keep the peace, or you may want to that them to like you and to stay with you. People pleasers also sometimes work to please their children. So this can come in the form of giving their children whatever they want, letting their kids do whatever they want to do, letting their kids eat whatever they want to eat, rather than putting some boundaries and some discipline in place. All of those are things, behaviors that people pleasers can display. So remember, the number one reason that we should stop people pleasing is because people pleasing is a form of manipulation. So, number two, people pleasing depletes you. So, that's a reason right there, right, to stop people pleasing. People pleasing can be depleting. It is exhausting to keep up with what other people like, what other people want, what other people need, and to continue to fulfill that, particularly when you're doing it at work and at home, in all of your relationships with your friends. All of that can be depleting and exhausting, and that's not good for you. So, that's the number two reason. People pleasing is exhausting and it can deplete you. So, the number three reason that you should stop people pleasing is you cannot please people and be your authentic self. So, earlier in this conversation, I talked about working with my clients and moving them from focusing on outward things to focusing on inward things, right? So, when you are focused on outward things, you are focused on what other people think of you. Right? You're focused on whether they're judging you, whether they like you, what you can do to get them to like you. And when you do that, you are doing what they want you to do. So you can't do what they want you to do and stay true to who you are, because you are not paying attention to the things that you want, that you need, that you desire, because you're focused outward. So that is something that you really need to consider. You can't be your authentic self and be a people pleaser. So, the three reasons that you should stop people pleasing: one, people pleasing is a form of manipulation; two, people pleasing is exhausting and it depletes you; and three, you cannot people please and be your authentic self. So, I wouldn't tell you that you need to stop people pleasing if I wasn't going to give you some solutions to help you to move on to something better. So, what should you do instead of people please? So, number one, you should seek relationships that are mutually beneficial. When you people please, it is a one sided relationship usually. You are giving, 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 and the other person is taking, taking, taking. So, in order to stop that behavior, you need to seek relationships that are mutually beneficial, right? So, you need to seek, this is professional relationships, these are intimate relationships, personal relationships, even relationships with your family and your children, right? You need to seek out ways to make that relationship mutually beneficial. You give some, they take some, they give some, you take some, because that is how a healthy relationship goes. So that's number one, seek relationships that are mutually beneficial. One of the other things that you can do instead of people pleasing is number two, spend some time alone. Now, people pleasers tend to be people who love to be around people because they thrive off of other people liking them. One of the ways to stop people pleasing is to spend some time with yourself, right? Think about the things that you need, that you want, that you desire. Think about the ways that you can go about getting those things, right? Think about past situations where you made a decision to be a people pleaser. Think about how you would do those things differently now. Spend some time with yourself. Get to know yourself. Get to like yourself. Get to love yourself. Then you will find that you want to do things for yourself, right? You want to put yourself first and you want to do things. And it's hard when you are an extrovert, when you are a people pleaser, and you get energy from being around other people. We have to learn how to be alone and spend time with ourselves. So that's the number two thing you can do instead of people pleasing. So, number three, this is simple. Just take time to think. And what I mean by that is when someone asks you to do something for them, if someone asks you, are you available to do this? If someone asks, can you look over this or whatever it is? In the past, if you were a people pleaser, you would always say yes right off the gate, right? Take time to think. Take time to think, is this something that you're willing to do, that you have the time to do, that you have the energy to do, that you have the capacity to do? Is it something that you even want to do, right? Because people pleasers tend to go yes immediately. But take some time to think, is this something that I even care to do? Can I do it? Do I have the capacity to do it? That is very important. So rather than saying yes, put yourself in a position to really think if you want to do it. So, the three things that we can do instead of people pleasing: one, seek relationships that are mutually beneficial; two, spend some time alone; and three, take some time to think. So, I hope that these things helped you today, all my people pleasers out there. Like I said in the beginning, I am a reformed people pleaser, so I understand. But changing your behavior is one of the keys to living the life that you want to live. So, again, I am Jennifer J. Dove, the authority on authenticity. Thank you so much for joining me today. For all of you all that join me live, for all of you all that are watching the replay, I really appreciate it. And let me know in the comments what you thought of this. I will also say to you all that if you would like a copy of my book where I talk about people pleasing and other behaviors that keep us from being our authentic self, and I give solutions to how to be your authentic self. My book, Ready for More, A Woman's Guide to Becoming Fearlessly Authentic, is available on my website, www.jenniferjdove.com. There will also be opportunities in the future to work directly with me. If you're interested in working directly with me, please send me a DM and I'll be in touch with you. Thank you guys so much for spending your Friday with me. And for all of you all that are watching on replay, thank you so much. I appreciate it. You all have a good night. Bye bye.